Some neighbors argue about fences. Some fight about parking spots. But my neighbor? Oh, she declared war on lawn gnomes. Yep, actual harmless, smiling little garden gnomes. Welcome to the saga of Karen versus the gnome army. So here's the deal. I love garden decorations, flowers, wind chimes, and yes, gnomes. I started with one gnome, Larry, the lantern holder. Cute guy, lights up at night. Then I got another and another. Suddenly I had a whole cheerful little gnome family. Kids walking by loved him. Neighbors smiled. My lawn was basically Disney World, minus the $20 churros. But then, Karen happened. You know Karen, HOA's self-appointed decor police. The moment she saw my gnomes, her face twisted like she just bit into a sour lemon. Those things are tacky. They're lowering property values. Ma'am, they're literally $15 from Home Depot, not a toxic waste dump. A few days later, boom, an official-looking letter taped to my door. It read, "Remove the gnomes immediately. They violate HOA decorum." Decorum? They're plastic garden toys, not a biker gang. I half expected the letter to say, "The gnomes are plotting against us." So what did I do? I bought more gnomes. Oh yes, if Karen wanted war, I was ready. Suddenly I had a fisherman gnome, a surfing gnome, even one doing yoga. Karen's blood pressure? Skyrocketing. This is an outrage. The bylaws clearly state, "Lady, the only bylaw here is, don't mess with Larry the Lantern Gnome." Of course, Karen dragged this to the HOA meeting. She came in with a 3-ring binder labeled Gnome Crisis 2025. No, I'm not kidding. She had photos, charts, and even a slideshow with red X's over gnome pictures. She was presenting it like a TED Talk, except instead of ideas worth spreading, it was plastic figurines ruining America. So the HOA president calls a vote. All in favor of banning lawn gnomes? Karen throws her hand up like she's pledging allegiance. Everyone else? Dead silent. Then the hands start going up, but against her. The HOA president literally said, "It's a gnome, Karen, not a nuclear reactor." The whole room laughed. Karen? Oh, she turned redder than my chili pepper gnome. But Karen wasn't done. One night, I spotted her sneaking around my yard with a flashlight, like she was on a top-secret mission, Operation Gnome Removal. Except instead of FBI stealth, it was more like Scooby-Doo villain energy. She actually tripped over my garden hose and screamed so loud, the gnomes probably woke up. The next morning, something amazing happened. Other neighbors joined me. One by one, lawns started sprouting gnomes. First 5, then 10, then an entire street of them. It was like the gnomes had been unionized. Karen looked outside and saw 50 gnomes staring at her house like a plastic army. She nearly fainted. So yeah, the HOA officially dropped the gnome ban. Because honestly, how do you fight the will of the people? And 200 smiling ceramic faces. Now my street isn't just a neighborhood. It's Gnomeville, USA. And Karen? She's the only one without a lawn decoration, unless you count her bitterness. And that, my friends, is how Karen lost the Great Gnome War. If you laughed at this story, make sure to subscribe before Karen calls the cops on my gnomes for illegal assembly. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next HOA meltdown.